If you're a commercial printer, the chances are that you get asked on a regular basis to run a job that requires die cutting, scoring, or even perforating. What do you do as your volumes increase or as you want to develop your business into the packaging market? But I'd like to introduce you to the Easymatrix 106CS as a perfect answer to that question. The Easymatrix has proven itself to be the ideal machine to transition into higher volumes of die cutting. Capable of handling a full-size 41-inch sheet at up to 7,700 sheets an hour, this machine can bring you a step change to your converting process. Hi, my name is Chris Rainey, and today I'd like to talk to you about improving your die cutting capabilities. Now, one of the key concerns when buying a new die cutter is the type of tooling that you'll need to use. Clearly, to achieve the highest output, you will need to invest in quality tooling like the ones that we have in the machine today. However, what I wanted to explain to you today is how you can transition into this type of tooling, and to start with, you can even use the dies that you've been using on your cylinder press. Let's explore how. The machine comes with a chase like this that has an adapter bar system that allows smaller dies like the one you can see here to be securely locked in place, and we even still have the quick lock feature at the back shown here. Having locked up our die in the chase and secured it from the back with some screws, we then need to consider the type of creasing matrix to be used. The simplest and cheapest method of creasing matrix to use is channel matrix, which is like this. This is very cheap and it's very easy to use. Just takes a little bit of time to prepare, as we have to cut it to length to match each crease line. If the job is longer running or repeats, then you might want to consider phenolic counters like the ones we have here. These counters are manufactured in one piece and will be much more stable and last much longer than the channel matrix. This type of counter will cost about $50 per die position and last about 250,000 impressions. And if you look at the one here, you can even see this is a combination job where we have embossing integrated into the design. So now let's remove the lower counter plate so we can see this 1mm plate system in more detail. You can see that we have a thin 1mm plate mounted on the top of a 4mm plate. The idea here is that the 1mm plate is relatively inexpensive and can easily be removed. It is held in place by just 4 screws. This allows the creasing matrix that you have laid down to be saved on that plate. Now, a new plate or another plate with the counters already on from a previous job can then be brought to the machine and then repositioned onto the 4mm plate for the next job. If you look at this plate, you will see that it is the highest level of creasing solution, the engraved plate. This is ideal for long runs and for achieving the highest speeds because it is completely smooth and there's no transition points for the sheets to get caught on. However, it is of course the most expensive, and a 1mm plate like this can be up to $750 depending on the complexity. Really use whichever kind of 1mm plate system that you like. So in this case we can take off our high quality engraved plate and replace it with a normal phenolic counter based 1mm plate as we saw earlier, or even one with channel matrix on it. You have total flexibility. There is one final and very important part to ensure that we have perfect alignment. That is the fine adjustment system that you see right here. Using this adjustment system, we can move the 1mm plate up to 0.9mm in every direction. This allows us to ensure perfect alignment between the upper tool and the lower tool, and therefore perfect creasing quality. Please join us again shortly for an in-depth look at the options for waste stripping. If you would like any additional information, please contact your local post-press product specialist. Thank you for watching, and thank you for choosing Heidelberg.